Hello, all. I hope you're having a good day. It is 6 p.m. exactly. Uh, Move this. Um, it's a good day. Rained all day. It's clearing up now. It's brisky and it's nice. Whew. All right. So we don't, like I said, we're changing the show, so we don't really have a lot to run on. So the show will likely not be much longer than 20 minutes, an hour max, right? uh, That is all. We the past few days, man, we've just been running after the news like I normally do. Well, like I used to do. Uh and now it's just about Andrew Cuomo's what he said about other people who sexually harass people like a while ago. And now he's saying the opposite when it comes to him. So, it's just a standardness. Duh. Getting a lot of spam calls, man. This is what happens when they go, "Do you want to leave your email or your phone number?" And they instantly sell it off to like some, and then you just get 1,000 fucking calls. All the problems you want fixed are never on the radar of the people in charge. Global COVID cases surpassed 200 million. Well, here's the thing: there's 7 billion people on the planet. 200 million is not a lot of people. Uh, but I mean, it could easily be 1 billion people in a week, right? And then it's 1 in 7 people on the planet, and that's a problem. So you might want to get this shot. Slain Pentagon officer was attacked Tuesday without provocation, the FBI. Yeah, everyone's unhappy. 60 pictures of niggas found. All right, yeah, so after Grizzly injury, Bear Cub next there. Get it? Grizzly injury? Oh, puns. I love them. Woman finds body parts of her stolen Shiba Inu at dog meat stall. So China, they stole her dog and then cut it up and sold it as meat. There was a million years ago, there were people who were shut down in New York, a Chinese restaurant, who were murdering off animals and passing them off in their food. Yeah, ridiculous stories about. It's just so wild. Yep, there's nothing going on here. Is it really? The Bronx has the lowest vaccine rate in the city. Well, new mandates out. They mandating someone to get a shot in America is not. It's just not a thing I think you can do. Yeah, anti-Semitic dog whistle. All right. Yeah, there you go. Let's talk a little bit about this Ohio special election, right? The Democratic Party came down to interfere in local Democrat business to keep their club of rich people and their sea of black congresswomen and congressmen who don't do shit for anybody, right? I think Nina Turner would have been different. But look, they stole this. I think the Democrats stole this from her, in my opinion. Why am I coming out to vote for any of these fuckers? Huh? They want to stay in power for themselves. They're not doing anything for me. And that whole Nina Turner thing, we should actually read up on it. Uh, it's just really vile, and you should have a problem with it if you're a But the Republican man, I think this, like I said, I think this nation is had it. I think that's it. It's just all just nonsense. At this point, all they want you to do is love famous people and their money while you starve on the street. I better watch it. Yeah, do not, the Belarusian sprinter who defected, do not be afraid and always say your opinion. Yeah, here's the thing. You didn't say that because you wouldn't have went to the Olympics, right? Better watch people telling you to be brave while they're not. Stand up, be brave, go out there. I'm going to be in my limousine going back to my $12 million house. If it works out, hey, but if it doesn't, oh, I didn't mean that. I meant something completely different. Here's my battery of lawyers to separate me from you as well as me from these court charges, non-filed court charges, obviously. Man, it's like the media is the problem. China's spiraling Delta variant outbreak hits Wuhan. They deserve it. The world is like this because of China. Let's not be ridiculous. China has some serious issues with their whole health issue. Everything comes out of China. Nobody wants you to fucking say it, but I think the place is just a little sketchy. But I mean, it's falling around all over the place, right? It's climbing all over the place, but it came out of a place that you're not supposed to talk about. So I can't wait for somebody real in government to deal with these billionaire non like this. They're just ridiculous. Do we want to talk about thank you, Kyrie Irving. Yeah, some people don't have water, man. What if there were just too many people on the planet? Not enough food, not enough water for everybody. Then what happens? They're gonna encourage you not to have kids while millionaires have giant families, right? What's gonna happen? They're gonna tell you how now we understand if your kids need to work and then they won't have an education in 10 years, what will they be doing? I mean, the place is obviously unfair. Look at Cuomo. Cuomo is obviously, in my opinion, just my opinion, a dirty, dirty dog, right? He's not going anywhere. Clinton was a dirty dog. He didn't go anywhere, right? The Democratic Party put his finger on the scale in a Democratic election, just like you hear these sinister people doing in Russia and in Afghanistan. What am I supposed to say about that? This is the same party that cannot stop the cops from murdering you off and bringing successful charges against any of them. They only ever have an opinion. So yeah, do other shit with your time. Learn guitar. But when they come to you grinning in your face, you should absolutely call them out on their bullshit. Duh. Yeah, hit Disney World employee arrested among 17 and child predators. There should be a lot more of those fucking things, right? I mean, you just want to concentrate on drugs and let the sinister people who will fuck up someone's life, like that guy in that movie, right? Mystic River, was that? Not Mystic Pizza, where he was kidnapped and he never recovered. He was kidnapped by pedophiles and he never recovered. I believe that people are just stuck in a space because of trauma they had. And you can't tell them to get over it. But if you know these sort of people do this sort of thing, then you should seriously have those people at the top of your fucking agenda instead of random black people walking from point A to point B, which just seems to be America's fetish. Because they know no one will bother us if we bother these people. Mm. What is next in Cuomo's sex harassment saga? How long does impeachment take? And more burning questions. Oh my God. Chris Cuomo tamps down coverage of investigators into New York Governor Andrew Cuomo during his brother's show. Yeah, see? So now I mean, yeah, it's just, you want to make America better? This is how you do it. You make it illegal for politicians and commercials to lie to you during the election period. Make it illegal. all this, we can say anything, we can spin anything. The idea of spin is an anathema to the truth in a free and a fair democracy. So you're going to lie? We're not going to call it lying. We're going to call it spinning. Fuck you, you're lying. And your whole history is shitty. And people should be allowed to call you out on it. No, but they're all in bed together. We really do need somebody to come in here and put their foot in the complete ass of Congress. Trumpet. Yeah, so let's go into this Chantel Brown debacle. Narrowly won it. What did I tell you yesterday? How do you steal elections? It's in the margins. It's the, oh, he won by 500 votes out of 200,000. Oh, he won by 5,000 votes out of 35,000. Oh, he won by, you're not 35, but like 350,000. It's the margin. It's not like, oh, he won by 1 million votes out of 10 million. You know, it's the margins. Oh, just by a hair. Oh. Got very little faith in American democracy anymore. They all just need to go. They've made it a soap opera when people are being kicked out of their houses. Nina Turner attacked for historic support of Green Party. Jill Stein. Wuhan lab leak theory confirmed by House Foreign Affairs Committee. So does that mean I can mention it without getting banned on YouTube? You know, YouTube should not be the arbiter of free speech. They shouldn't. You know, but like, excuse me. Like in all weird situations, people have control of the media and say, tell them this. So they tell us this. But yeah, I think they erred on the side of themselves. Man. I have incense burning in the other room. And I smell them in here. Which is weird because the wind is blowing this way. So I wonder how from here. So, yeah, man, it's it's your days, right? You only get a finite number of them. You can't fight politics all the time because that's just counterpoint to the whole thing. You got to somehow find some happiness in your days, and I don't think it's just being angry at. But you know, they're making it hard for you to feed your family. They really are. All right, man. Yeah, it was too much. So let's click on some stuff and see if we're streaming to all sources. Yeah, and like I say, you better watch these people who claim to be your allies. They never do anything for you. They're the most useless fucking bunch of people. It's a lot of gaslighting and not doing the thing properly. And then they're flipping that you shouldn't be angry at this behavior. So let's click on some stuff and see if we. Oh, that's fine. Uh-oh. I'm running on both channels. What is the problem? It says I'm live. Tis always something. So it says I'm streaming on all platforms. Okay, so now I'm back. That's a mess. Let's do this. Excuse me. Copy this. Go over here. Shut this down. Come back over here. Right? Oh, this is silence. All right. So, all right. So that's, we can clip this. We can do this. We do this every day, making sure that all the stream is going where it should be every day. 1 and 2. All right. Let's hope that that sticks. I shouldn't have to check this every day, but yeah, I check this every day. Bum bum bada bum bum bada bum bum. Ugh. So much of just this stuff is just not really interesting anymore. I wonder if there's a like, yeah, I guess so. I think everybody gets tired of something, right? So you watch something for so long, you get tired of it. I've been watching violence on my television set forever, and I was tired of it 20 years ago. And now I'm triply tired of it. Yeah. 1 minute, our stream is awesome. The next minute, our stream is not. That's another thing. Oh, man. Sorry. Sorry, you don't really need to hear all the honking and the hooting and the blowing. So, wow. So let's go over it. We are changing the format of the show. Why? I'm learning guitar here. You don't really need to watch that for 1,000 days. I will be streaming for 1,000 days and learning guitar for 1,000 days. Obviously, I just won't be doing it for 4 hours a day on the internet. Um, my wheelhouse, I don't even know what it is. I think it's art. But the things that I'm pissy about, like politics and social justice, uh, you don't want to hear me running around about that either. I mean, everybody's got an opinion on politics. It's just an opinion. Uh, I'm really interested in that. I'm really interested in the solutions, and I don't really know how to solve any of this shit. I know that the people who are in charge are not doing a good job solving any of this. Let's put this here. All right, so let's look up some fun stuff that we're going to be doing since we're changing the format of the show. I was going to look into the Nina Turner thing, but I'm fucking done with the fucking Democrats. I just really am. I think they're grinning fucking liars. They're the ones telling you, "Oh, we can really help you. We can help you," and then you put all your faith in them, and they take all your money and all the notoriety, and they strut around, and they don't do shit. So yeah, completely over it. And the only excuse is, well, you don't want the Republicans to run it, right? Yeah, I don't want either one of you bitches to run it. Who else you got? That's where I'm at now. Let's look up that push-up thing that I was looking for. Yeah, no. Push-up, regular, 30 seconds, rest 10 seconds. Sorry. Diamond push-ups, 30 seconds, rest 10 seconds. Leg lift push-ups. Oh, that's when you go down and then you lift your leg up. That kind of thing. Spider-Man push-ups? What the hell are Spider-Man push-ups? Oh, Spider-Man push-ups is essentially like the wall crawling. So you go down, right? You're doing a push-up, you go down, and then you lift your knee up to your elbow, and then you go back up. All right. Diamond push-ups are these. Regular push-ups, diamond push-ups. Let's look up leg lift push-ups. Yeah. Lift one leg straight up. put it back down on the floor. But these had do this many push-ups this week, do that. What will 1,000 push-ups? What will 1,000 push-ups a day do? Dude, you just need 100 push-ups a day. Don't overdo it. But yeah, you should. This is an 8-week workout plan for push-up strength and power. Yeah, here's a few of them. And let's throw these up on the screen so you can see it. All right, well, there you have it. A ton of these things. 30-day challenge, you just reset them every day. Oh, well, does this one look good? Triceps and close. Deltoid, so you just adjust your hand. This is just fucking do regular. I'm excuse my language. Just do regular push-ups. I mean, yep. Hold on. What's the best push-up? Start small. Obviously, don't go for your maximum just yet. Let's say do 5 compounds, then do 5 every single day for a week or 2. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. What does this guy say? Here are a few tips. Start with only a few repetitions, right? You can do 3 reps or 5, but you should always do 3 reps, right? Do stretching after you're done working out, which is simple. It's push-ups. You can do this, right? You can do, right? It's not that hard. I have push-up burpees, Hindu push-ups. What are Hindu push-ups? Search Google for Hindu push-ups. Oh, okay. Ugh. Yeah, that looks like that could be helpful. Hindu push-ups. You see this? Yeah, that looks good. Okay, we know what burpees are. Staggered push-ups. What the hell are staggered push-ups? When I was a kid, there was just one style of push-up. Ugh. How to do a staggered push-up? Oh, your arms aren't properly. All right. So, okay. Staggered push-ups. Done. Looks lame, but I get it. Diamond push-ups or fingertip decline push-ups. What are decline push-ups? Good gravy. Oh, okay. Yeah, these are the best push-ups actually. But you can do this with your feet on the chair. But I mean, this Spider-Man push-ups we just did. Box push-ups. What are box push-ups? Okay, it's the opposite. Yeah, so just I mean, we're looking for close. We're just looking for your workout routine. What is this? 21 push-ups, 21-day push-up and pull-up plan. I don't have a pull-up bar. I had a pull-up bar forever in my parents' basement. I used it all the time. And then I moved it, I took it with me and I put it up. And then it just became like a thing in the door that I hung clothes on. What's the cycle? Hold on. Push-up hold, 35-second. Pseudo push-up. Push-ups. Okay, so what are we doing? Why is this arrow going this way? Start push-up 20. Pseudo push-ups 20. Push-up hold, 35-second. 15. Clapped push-ups. Decline push-ups 20. Diamond push-ups 20. 50 incline push-ups. push-up routine by madbars.com. Do 3 cycles. Rest between each cycle and 30-second rest between each exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, so this is 20 push-ups, 40 push-ups. I don't know how many, 30 push-up hold. So this is you going down for 35 seconds and holding it. Because you can easily hold this with our time, right? So then the up clap, which is 15. So what is this? We're at 55 now. And another 20 is 75, and another 20 is 95, and then 50. These should be super easy. The incline, you're like leaning on a table, right? You know, so yeah, but this is still a lot of fucking push-ups. Excuse my language. That's still a straight ton of push-ups. I can't find the one that I was using, but we're gonna, yeah, this, nope, that ain't it. You shouldn't need to I mean, look, this should just be something that you add to your day. It shouldn't be a whole giant routine. Well, it is a routine in and of itself. 5 push-ups, 20 shoulder taps, right? Do 5 push-ups and, right? 20 of those. Then 5 push-ups and 20 stand up, 20 punches, right? And then this is 100 push-ups. This is not a push-up thing, though. 1,000 push-ups. What is this? Let's look at this. We don't need 1,000, but I'm just saying. 30 push-ups the first day, 10-second plank 2 times a day, 35 push-ups, 10-second planks, 40 push-ups, 20-second plank, 45 push-ups, 20-second planks. So this is day 5, right? Day 10, you're supposed to have increased your push-ups by 20 in 5 days, right? By an additional week by another 15. Okay, 30, yeah, 20 in what was that, 7 days, and then another 15 in about 6 days, and then another 10 in 4 days, and then 90, which is another 15. Yeah, some of these, I don't know. Just follow like it's hard to follow a military thing because they do more than push-ups. I'm telling you, man, push-ups will totally push-up holds, pseudo hip push-up, claps, high decline. Yeah, this is the same thing that we just looked at. Yeah, this is why push-ups are so good. Look at what it does for you if you just do it every day. Man, you'd have to come up with something for your legs. I'm not a fan of squats, but yeah, you do push-ups every day. This is what you have to look forward to. And you can do this in like 6 weeks, just with 10 push-ups a day, 5 push-ups a day. I actually like this wide hand workouts. Diamond push-ups. What is this? Push-up. Let's look at the plan. All right, here we go. Week 1 seems easy. Let's do it. Week 1, 2 more days. What is that? Oh, wait, what is this? Health, the 50 push-up challenge. Work up to 50 push-ups with this 30-day plan. All right, let's see what we got. Week 1, day 1, 5 push-ups. Day 2, 5 push-ups. Day 3, rest. It's 5 fucking push-ups. All right, 5 push-ups. Do I want to even put me in the corner over here? Let's do that. Oh, sorry about that. So 5 push-ups, 5 push-ups. Rest on the 3rd day. 4th day, 5 push-ups. Day 5, 10 push-ups. Rest on the 6th day. Day 7, 10 push-ups. There we go. Day 8, rest. Day 9, 12 push-ups. So in a week and 2 days, you went from 5 push-ups to 12 push-ups. I wonder if that's even possible. 5 push-ups, day 12, 5 push, day 9, 12 push-ups, day 10, 12 push-ups, 11 rest, 15, bop, bop, rest. And then we come over here, week 3. And by week 3, you're doing 20 push-ups. In the week 3, you're doing 32 push-ups. But these look like 35 push-up, rest, 38 push-ups, 40 push-ups, 2 more the day after. Okay, rest, 42 push-ups. 2 days, 2 more days. Day 29, 45 push-ups. Day 30, 50 push-ups. All right, hold on now. Let's go to where is this? Where did I click on this at? Okay, let's just click on this and go there. Oh, good Lord, Pinterest. I fucking hate Pinterest. There's no article in any of these stupid things. Where's the one with the articles? What is this one? Day 1, 30-day push-up challenge. Day 1, 45 push-ups. So the other one, this is considerably more. Day 30, 100 push-ups. 45, 45, 50 rest. 50, 55, 55 rest. 60, 60, 65 rest. 65, 70, 70 rest. 75. Huh. Hold on. Let's click on this one and then go back to this one. So this is 50 in 30 days, right? And this is 100. Oh, this is the same thing. Oh, okay. We kept it up there. We'll close this one, keep the original. And this is 100 in 30 days. 45, 45, 50 rest on day 4. 5, 5 rest, and then 5 on day 4. So this is supposed to get you to 50, but this one is supposed to get you to 100. Wow, okay. Or you can just make up your own push-up routine, but the thing is to do them every day for like 30 days, every other day. Look, I used to run every day. Yeah, there's also something about proper, yeah. You don't want to be here. You want to be here. You sort of want to be tucked. Versus, yeah, start them on the wall if you need to. Yeah, handstand. I mean, this is all good for your core. You need a tight core. I tell you my issues. I'm paranoid about a bad back. I've known a lot of people with bad back, needed surgery, couldn't hold groceries, dudes who couldn't pick up their kids, right? And young kids, like couldn't pick up their 3 and 4-year-old. So I'm like, oh, what happened, right? Then I put it out in my mind when I was rollerblading and skating and doing all that awesomeness. Let's just drop this and kill this. So yeah, we're gonna move along gingerly as we always do, with an eye toward success and excess. But what did I have today? I hate to say it, but I had McDonald's. Even after I went out and bought sushi. So I bought sushi. I was like, oh, excellent sushi. Bought sushi. Coming home, I was like, you know what? I could go for a filet of fish with cheese. They always they cut half. They give you like a strip of cheese on the filet of fish. I don't understand. Anyway, then I got one of those. Then I was like, one of those and fries. Now I was like, what did I do this for? Then I ate the fries. Then I wasn't hungry. Then I ate the cold filet of fish like an hour later. Oh. And now I'm sitting here like, God, am I hungry? What did I eat? Did I eat anything? Am I hungry? I'm obviously not hungry. Ohio Republican primary highlights need for Trump to unify the GOP if he wants to oust Cheney. Which Cheney are you talking about? Liz Cheney essentially is ousted. People come up with these Rudy Giuliani's close to broke, prepared to go to. Says who? They just come up with all these. They write articles and they just say this stuff. I mean, if America thinks it's always somebody in their camp told me, but we can't tell you, you can just lie. The American media and the corporate judicial system are essentially the same stupid animal. You know what people need? People need you to make sure that they don't get kicked out of the house with this moratorium. It's not their fault. It's the pandemic's fault. If you're serious about the pandemic and the pandemic issues, you can't leave people to freaking die on the sidewalk. It's all pretty, no one ever goes out on a limb. Oh, we're against your cancer. Oh yeah, we're against your bullying. And we're against, what a thousand things that they're against. But once you go, are you going to do something about the bullying? No. Are you going to do something about people like cancer, these giant bills? No. Are you going to fucking do something about people being thrown out under this pandemic? People about to be evicted. People lost their jobs, right? No, we're not going to do anything about it. You know what we're going to do? When you become homeless, we'll send the cops to throw your ass out on the street. That's what we're going to do about it. I'm just at the point where I don't believe them anymore. That makes me dangerous because as soon as people start talking, I go, wait a minute. I know history and that ain't the truth. Yeah, put your finger on the freaking scale in an election, right? Let the Democrat win their race. No, we don't want that Democrat. These are the people who want your votes. But then when you need them, they're like, go to heck. See, I didn't curse, huh? Everybody's supposed to be getting these vaccines. The governor makes personal plea to reluctant. The government of Arkansas told people, no mask mandates. You can do what you want. These free country, yada, yada. Now he's talking about, I should have made everybody wear a mask. How does he get elected again? How is he not immediately removed? I think we, the American populace, are so used to shitty fucking politicians. We're so used to it. I mean, the stuff that they do, you just kind of go, all right, it's a soap opera. You watch it or you don't. But when you do watch it like it's a soap opera. Or you remove, or it's a sporting match. Either one of those two scenarios. But all the while, stupid rules here in America. Arkansas governor says he now regrets he banned masks. First of all, these people always want to ban shit. I mean, they really are the worst. These are the people who will get a mob to come for you if you disagree with them. Oh, well, what is this? Good Lord. Black China rep says her Twitter was hacked after Tiger Love trans tweet. Everybody always getting their Twitter hacked after they say some ridiculous shit. Look, as I remember it, when people hack your shit, they don't leave one message. They go full in. They say all kind of nonsense, ridiculous bullshit. Raise your kids, man. Every time I turn, there's some dude hurting somebody because he's a hurt boy himself. I used to love football. Now I kind of don't care. Biden administration preparing to offer vaccines to migrants along the Mexican border. They don't even so. Oh man, this country makes no sense at all. It really doesn't. Yeah, America's a club. It's just not. It's a European club. Yeah, America. I said it earlier this morning. Is America a country in the north, or is it part of Europe? And I think it's part of Europe. It does all the evil shit Europe does and has always done. Mike Curry wins in Ohio. He won a primary though, but yeah, there you go. I think in the next 2 years, the Democrats are going to lose so much. And they're going to sit there and tell you, you should have voted for us. And I will be sitting here on this pod, burning their house down, because that's where I'm at now. You know, I needed help. I need, my family needed help. Like, cancer bills are too much. The police are outrageous. You know, I needed, where are you Democrats? And all of a sudden they don't show up. But after you're dead, they'll show up to your church and talk about all this bullshit, right? They'll talk about your history of not being able to vote. So voting is very special. So come out and vote for us. But once you go, hey, I'm gonna vote for Trump, all of a sudden they ridicule you and I thought you wanted me to vote. You don't want me to vote. You'd rather I vote for who you tell me to and not think about it, or stay home. But I'm at the point now where I will vote for your enemy because you fucked me over. What's worse, having a traitor in your midst or the enemy outside the door? Which one? Better wake the fuck up. That hurt. So yeah, you know, it is what it is. It's politics. It's hard and it's brutal, and people die. So yeah, at this point, know why you're dying and who's letting you die while they sit high on the hog and rig election. Well, do I want to say rig? Put their finger on the scale. I think they obviously did that. So we have been streaming for about 45 minutes, 43 minutes, talking politics. Excuse me. What is the weather outside? It is fucking beautiful. What is the weather outside?
It's currently cloudy at 72 degrees.
72 degrees. High was 70. The high was going to be 73. That's what I needed. All right, so fitness should be in your life. Get a little fitness in your life, you'll fix your whole deal. Honest, I swear to God. I promise you this, right? It eats up some of the stress that's clogging your heart. It eats up some of the drama that will stop you from getting that stroke. It'll just kind of like, you'll sweat it out. Now, mind you, I think a lot of people show you exercise images and they're sort of not fair and they intimidate, they intimidate people, but you only need 45 minutes a day. You know, you can walk for 3, like actually, is it 20 minutes a day? It might be 25 minutes a day. You can walk just briskly, and that'll be all you need. But they're always showing you some 20-year-old abbed out, muscled up, in the tightest, skinniest clothing. You don't need to do that. I grew up working out. Everybody was sweat gear before all this lycra spandex shit showed up, right? And I used to like to run in New York in my parachute pants because I had a lot of pockets. I would put my phone in a zip pocket because I had a zip pocket in the front. But like my keys, yeah, man, it was a lot of, and I would worry about, oh man, I don't want to jog and lose something while I'm running, right? And then, you know, one day I went to get a new Apple phone. They didn't put any of my music on my phone. And since then, I haven't had any music on my phone. And I run with no music. And it's better that way. I can hear something fall. I can hear a bus. I can hear a truck. I can hear, yo, get out of the way. You know, it's much better that way. Sirens. It is what it is, man. Uh, I think a lot of people have given up, and I think that's by design. I think the society, you can't keep hoping and praying, but you do have to keep the lights on, right, and be a wage slave, and that's it. And I don't know when you give up the dream of whatever dream you had. I'm not saying you personally, the person who may be listening now, but I think it's designed that you do give up and that you resign yourself to the bullshit. Once you get mad that the bullshit goes on, they have to change their stance against you, right? America has a very long history of blaming people and writing lies about them in the newspaper, and they run it all on. Uh, I hate to say it, but the black population. It starts, and then they go, "Oh, this is how you do it." Remember that case of this? Try that dirty trick. I mean, you have politicians who drowned women and stayed in Congress for 50 years. My whole thing is, I don't care. I know it's bad, and I kind of, I kind of don't care about all these. I was just a girl, and it happened 20 years ago. No, get out of here. You know how many women were set upon because you didn't blow the whistle on this guy after you left? You're the problem. I don't know, man. It is what it is. Whew. So I'm thinking of movie nights, guys. Movie nights. Come over to Twitch and we'll watch some classic goodness. But I can't watch it here. Come over to YouTube and we do some cooking. I look like I'm wearing a little yellow hat, a little red, white, and blue hat. Get over here. There you go. But keep hoping that, the people in charge are going to, and they shouldn't be in charge. You should be in charge. But you can't stay there too long either, because I'll be waving my fist and give you the finger as well. But now America only works for the rich. And man, when this shit breaks, watch how many people hop in their private jets and flee to England and Israel, especially Israel, and fucking some of these spaces in Europe. And watch how fast people just start going, yeah, we're going to honor this treaty or that treaty. After you gave them hundreds of $billions at the expense of the citizenry. It's going to be interesting. I don't think America can stand another 20 years of this shit. Well, because you used to get out of by American patriots and by starting wars with people. Us, we at war. Oh, them. Now people like another war. So what? You're going to sell them another war to save your ass? What are you going to sell them? The real problems, you don't know how to solve them. You only know how to make loot off of them. People want them solved. The medical fucking shit show is a ridiculous shit show. The judicial system is an absolute racist joke and a corrupt and stealing joke. Didn't that guy, not just for black folk, didn't that guy get his invention stolen by Ford, the window wiper thing? Took him 25 years to get fucking, and that's what they do. We'll string you along, then we'll offer you no money. Why don't you want this thing to end? It's been going on for 20 years. We'll give you $5 million, but you're supposed to own all of it, and you'd be a billionaire if you did. And this is the nonsense that's going on here. We have your best interests at heart. Sometimes your lawyer works for the opposition. It's all this immoral shit that you let build and build and build because you couldn't be fair, right? And now you also have other people cruising into this system using some of these racial rules to get ahead and keep other people back. Because, I mean, the whole thing is a barracuda. America is going to end up a different country. I think we're still going to be like one giant landmass. I don't think it's going to be what the South wants, right? Their own nation here. But I think whoever fucking rings this fucking runaway train in, I don't know. I wonder what the new flag will look like. I'm actually for it. Yeah. Because everyone should suffer. We're all the same countrymen. So yeah, bring it. With my blood, so goes the nation, right? Implying that once they kill me, I curse this place. Right. all these old, what is it? What are they? I'm about to say Negro spirituals. No, what are they? They're not wise tales. What are they? I don't know. Anyway. Uh, so we're about to play some guitar, get a little fit up in here. Uh, y'all want to talk a little bit about religion just for like 10 minutes? When I was a kid, I was really, I don't want to say really religious because that doesn't seem right. But when I was a kid, I was really interested in the idea of it. Like my grandmother told me some stuff. And she told me stuff that later on, I was like, I never heard that. I thought that, X, Y, and Z. And then people found out that the Bible, I found out rather, that the Bible has some missing stuff in it. And I was told, and each group had like stuff that they took out and put in. And ever since then, God, I must have been about, eight when I sort of heard it. And I was like, huh. And then I must have been about 16 when a friend who mine was a Catholic preacher told me about it. And then he explained to me the King James Bible. And I was like, so let me get this straight. The King of England, throughout the Pope, took the Bible, was like, nope. Oh, yeah, now you can get the book. Just went through it with a red marker. The Bible is still good. People still use it today. I was like, what makes me think that hasn't been happening since the dawn of all this shit? Right? And this is why I don't believe in spirituality and religion like I'm supposed to, which is some white guy in a robe telling me, tell me your sins so I can absolve you. Well, fuck yourself. I got this. So now, and I would encourage you to do this too, if you believe, pray to the being, right? Running it through some dude like he knows is ridiculous, especially since some of those dudes were suborning fucking child rape and regular rape, women attack, and racism, right? A lot of the church's history, European church's history, is racism against the Muslims, right? Against the Jews, right? I don't remember any giant Jewish synagogue that said go kill the Catholics. I don't remember any of that. I do remember the Muslims saying go kill the Jews and go kill the Christians. I do remember the Christians saying go kill the Muslim and go kill the Jews. I don't remember the Jews saying fucking run out and kill anybody, right? So then you come here to America. America, what did they do? Kill women, witches, right? For religious reasons. Just a straight ton of rape and murder under white Christianity throughout the South. Still going on today, right? The idea that the racists hide in churches. How much faith am I supposed to put in this? I'll show you one guy. Where is he? Here you go. Let's bring you back up. Let's make you bigger. I want to be big. What's the quote? Big, the movie, 1988. Come on, people. That way, when I start playing guitar, I can just hit you with all the pop culture nonsense that is in my head. Oh, here's a good one. How to improve. Okay, what is this one? 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 rest day, 40, 45, 50 to 135 push-up, the push-up challenge. 30 days from 10 push-ups to 135 push-ups. We're going to try one of these push-up challenges. All right, so richest pastor. Come on, man. I got to play my typing game on Steam. Richest pastor. Well, not the world, in the U.S. Just the U.S. We're supposed to be enlightened. I don't want to hear about the con men in India or Asia or Pakistan or whatever. Just here in the U.S. Belief net. Okay, sounds like a religious inspiration, faith, wellness. Yeah, it is a religious website. Let's see it, baby. $760 million. Telling you God needs money. Pat Robertson is worth $100 million. Started a network and a university, though. So I give him credit. He's helping people get college educations. I'm not crazy about his network, but then this guy, 42, obviously, in my opinion, a fucking shyster. Joe, I could have sworn that they had way more dough than this. Creeflow Dollar, 27 million. Billy Graham, 25. Rick Warren, I don't even know who that. Oh, I think didn't he have some issue with 12-year-old? She's got no. Come on, I'm not crazy. There's something happened. Rick Warren. Let's try Scandal. See what comes up. Scandal. Saddleback Church replacing Pastor Rick Warren. Rick Warren's double life. Come on. Rick Warren apologized for Saddleback clip with demeaning Asian caricature. All right. Racism. Good job, guys. I just wanted to make sure. Where were we? These people. Yeah, no. She looks like Flo, the insurance lady. Bottom line, there's nothing wrong with being wealthy, of course, but with great wealth comes great responsibility. Regardless of the rung on the income ladder, we must remember that Jesus viewed wealth as a gift from God to be used in his service. The parable of the shrewd manager teaches us that God must be in the the parable of the shrewd manager teaches us that God must be the most important thing in our lives. Okay. No one can serve two masters. That's true. For you will have to hate one and love the other. I don't know about that. But you'd have to be more devoted to one than the other. Or be devoted to one. Okay. And despise, I don't know about that. You cannot serve both God and money. That is, I believe, is true. All right. So yeah, they slid in some religious stuff, but still. Let's see. Copeland. This the vileness of it. Where does he live? House. This is his house. The fuck out of here! Look at this house. How much is it worth? Do I even know? Yeah, I mean, I don't expect you to live in a tent, but yeah. He's out in the middle of nowhere. He's not even surrounded by other. Look, on the side of a lake. That's nice. Look at that. That's good stuff. So this part is blocked, right? This is the back, the ocean facing side. Yeah. It's private jet. Yeah, here it is. Look at it. You must be fucking stupid if you let these people run, and they are the sole. They are the ones who are gonna usher your soul into the next life. That guy, like I told my brother, I was like, man, if your church don't have a soup kitchen and don't have a reach out program, I don't want to fucking know you. I don't want to know you. So yeah, like I said before, I got no problem with religion. I could not. I looked for a church 5 years before I left New York. Right, I started going here when I moved here for like a year or two. But I had another conversation with my brother. I did not like the fact that I walked in there and I felt like I was being lectured to in a lecture hall. There was no Bible. Like there were Bibles in the pews, but like there was no cross. There was no altar. There was a band. It was like a show. I was like, nope, this is not for me. Nope. So I guess that's a millennial thing, right? Church without actual church. Yeah, no. So my 1,000-day devotionals are in place of me not finding a church 10 years ago. And it looks like another one is going to slide by the wayside, right? The idea that I do learn guitar over 1,000 days and stream it. I just won't be streaming it, but I'll still be doing it. And I'll bet you in 1,000 days, I'll better know what I'm doing, right? So, I mean, not your harsh on your mellow if you're religious, but I got to tell you, man, I have gone through a lot of dudes, and I like meeting religious dudes, but then I meet them again, and outside of the setting of the zone of religion, and they would just browbeat you with religious shit. You're like, Time and the place, man. Time and the place. Hey, what up, Mike? So the show is shifting. I'm still going to be here at nights, 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. But there won't be a morning show. I do a 7 a.m. morning show, and that's going to stop this Friday. And the guitar shows I'm still going to be doing. But originally I had a political podcast, and politics made me crazy. So I was like, I need to pick up a habit. But I've been getting sort of like more antsy about politics. So I may actually kick back into that. Because here's the thing. I sound crazy while I'm talking, but I put this shit on the internet. So you can only call me crazy so much, because a lot of the shit I said have come to pass, right? I remember telling people Hillary Clinton was not going to win, and all the reasons why, and why it was going to get more. And she kept just demonizing, and I was like, oh man, people are like, oh, I can't believe it, Donald Trump. I was like, no, it's not about Donald Trump. And then she lost, and people were heartbroken and crying. And I was like, if you fucking listen to me and what I said and made adjustments, you might have won. You can't call us predators and expect us to come out for you. You got to make an honest mea culpa. And she had no honest mea culpa. She was like, I'm not going to be bothering with you low people. You're just going to come and vote for me because you got no other alternative. And a lot of people just stayed home. I told them that. I don't have to vote for her, but I can stay home or vote. If I really hate her, I can vote against her. She lost twice. And that's it. It's like, are we all in the Democratic Party, or are some of us just a house help here to get you to wherever you're going? Right? People are tired. The new young people aren't very religious. They're not very politically, what's the word I'm looking for? Politically married to politicians. I think they're still married to their parties. The Republican Party, all those people, I think are heavily so more married to the party than the Democrats. But a lot of people just feel like, I'm not even. And they don't even try and get these young people out to vote, because the young people go, oh, I want abortion rights and a job and this and that, whatever. I don't know what the young people want. And we looked it up 2 days ago. The people running the place are 73, 75, 78. They don't want to hear from you. I know better. Just get in line and vote for me. Nope. They had to come down and put their finger on the scale of that Nina Turner election. They had to put their finger on the scale. So the Democratic people of Ohio didn't know, because it would have fucked them up. Look, here's the thing about a gang. You pick the people who you let into the gang. You don't want me, the minister, the moral guy in your gang going, why are you guys selling drugs to kids? What are you, all of a sudden you're just kind of like, this fucking guy. Well, we're going to get these women, we're going to go, why you guys, premarital sex, you're like, why is he hanging out with us? And that's what it is. So they have a whole system of blame the other guy and a whole history of incompetence, quite frankly. But they expect you to vote for them every year because you're tied to the party. And every year people are less tied to the Democratic Party. So now they're doing some of these really shady tricks to keep power with people that they like. They don't like AOC there. They definitely didn't want Nina Turner there. So all that black girl magic is only good if you like that black girl. Like I said before, look, the Democratic Party goes nowhere without the black vote. So, and I used to be on Facebook arguing this out, and I've stopped arguing with my white liberal friends because I argue from a place that they can't understand, and they just get exasperated about it. Okay, but at least listen to my concerns, right? That may illuminate the idea further. But and mind you, I'm talking about New York City liberals, mind you, New York City liberals. Supposed to be most liberal and open. They didn't want to hear that. They did not want to hear that. And they lost. And I laughed. Right? And not only did I laugh, it ended Hillary Clinton's political life. And rightfully it should have. She was past her prime by 10 years. Now she's passing out at like 9/11 events. Right? She's arrogantly buying the house next to hers because she knows she's going to win the election, right? Super predators. Now, Joe Biden too. Like, they just set on us, and people are just kind of like, my life is like they got over my mom, who's 80. My dad is mid 80s, right? They voted for Democratic ticket because they've been voting Democrat since forever. But a lot of young people were like, man, how is Donald Trump any different from the Clintons? Especially with all this I hate black people shit, right? Oh, Donald Trump is a racist. I was like, and I was telling people then, I was like, oh, really? The guy from New York who lived in the high rise who's been all over New York with all of these people, he's more racist? Okay. But you both hung out together. You knew each other forever. He marry didn't Clinton marry like his daughter or something, right? At a golf club, not married, but like the president can marry people. So if the president is walking by you on the street and you're like, oh, hey, this is me and my girlfriend. We like to get married, but we can't afford it. Mr. President, would you marry us? It's part of the rights of the president. He can go, you, Jack, and you, Jill, I pronounce you the Hills, right? And now you're Jack and Jill, and you're, you know what I'm saying? It's a perk of the job that he gets. But you just spoil all this goodwill. And every year, I mean, how are you going to scare people in to Donald Trump now? A lot of it was racism. I think he's going to win again. I think the same thing that happened with Donald Trump, the thing that happened with Donald Trump, the same thing that happened with George Bush. I think all these neocons that he put in there, put their idiot racist friends and all this other shit in there, and it takes them, and rightfully so, right? If you put somebody in there who hurts women, hurts babies, hurts whatever, but then the Democrats just started going, look at how they're treating the Mexican children. And I'm sitting there going, you treat black people like this. Why is this now more important, right? So even the nonsense game that they were playing to get the Mexican vote, and okay, now you're just shoving everybody into this party for your benefit. What's the holdup? Now there's tensions in my neighborhood with these people. Now what? Oh, well, you're the racist. Oh, really? That's the simple answer? I've been a fucking loyal Democrat my whole life. So has my parents. We've been fighting this struggle for 300 years. Now you tell me that I get to be the racist for the people that just showed up here? That you, what? Yeah, I'm not coming to vote for you. I can tell you want to hear a really quick story? Let's put this here. We've been streaming for an hour and 8 minutes. I won't even remember I told you this story because I'm going to clip it out and put it in other places. Back in the days of Occupy Wall Street, there was a local Brooklyn chapter that I joined, right? I went down there and it was, let's say, 20 people, right? Let's say it was 11 women, right? And like 9 guys. But there were 5 white women, let's say, of that 11 women, and the rest were Black and Hispanic women. And there was about 2 or 3 white guys, maybe 5 white guys, out of the 3 or 4 white guys, and the rest were like Black and Hispanic. That's the first week. I'm accelerating the story for you. The second week, they were like, one of the things that we're like, yeah, you know, we should protest the cops because this brutality is ridiculous and we should maybe have a spoken. They were like, you know what we want? We want a farmer's market. We're like, nobody wants a farmer's market. This is not what this is about. Next week, right, all the women would somehow unite. Us, we women, we have a hard time, and the men and the women, they got all these Black women and all these Black women, all these Spanish women, and all these well-meaning white women to sort of be like a block. So now you have, and then the guy just started leaving, right? And my last session there was a conversation about that farmer's market. And I looked around, and it was all the new people who moved to New York who were gentrifying the place. And yeah, that was it. Now it's just kind of like, why am I here? And I feel that way with the Democratic Party, right? I feel like I worked in good faith, and now I'm like, why am I here? If your concern is a farmer's market before the death of people's kids, I got real issues with the political party you're running. So yeah, I was just kind of like, nope, I'm done with Occupy Wall Street. And that was about the time I stopped being active, because also about that time, idiots would start showing up to these marches and break windows and throw shit at the cops. And I was like, I didn't know if they were cop plants who were doing it. But here's another story for you. During the 50 civil rights marches with Dr. King, the Klan would pay young Black kids 15, 20, 19, right? 19, 20, 18, 17. $25 to throw rocks at the cops. And people would take it. And then the cops would riot, essentially, and attack the protesters. Isn't that something? First of all, you're not, but again, people sold drugs to their neighbor. So you're not fucking, and this is why I hate to say it, but you deal with the people amongst you first. So this whole Taliban thing of killing all the people who helped the Americans, to me, that makes perfectly good sense. Perfectly good sense. If we were here and there was an occupying force here and we drove them out, the people who helped them, it's their ass. So take them with you. Remember, at the Revolutionary War, after it was won, a lot of people left America to get on, loyalists left America to get on boats and go live in England, right? A lot of them. A lot of the blacks who were like, oh, who were slaves were like, which I totally understand their position. Oh, the British will free us. And then they went over to Britain and got treated just as bad, just no slave labor, just a lot of rain and no fields. So some of them have been in England for just as long as 1776 when they were told to leave here, right? Some went to the Caribbean. So, I mean, man, it is what it is. History is history and you can't change it. Human nature is human nature and you can't change it. Look, if human nature is a radio station, everything's on that radio dial, you have in you, I have in me. On the farthest corners of the murder and the killing and all that, we just stick on the aisle, right? On this farther end is the depression and the suicide. We don't, but all that other stuff is in here. We may flip through happy channels, and that's it, right? But everything is on there. And when you do something like this, vengeance is a normal thing. You know, the whole attitude of, man, why am I even bothering? Like I said, why would the Palestinians even trust the Americans? Looking at the Americans' fucking track record, right? Why would you? You were stupid for trusting them. It's essentially, right? Oh, I don't know. It's like that guy who went to North Korea, then got arrested, and then they killed him. Why would you go to North Korea? And why would the government allow it? And then after that, they were like, oh, no more trips to North Korea. Anything for money. One stupid company wanted to fly to North Korea what? Anything for money, and they know it. So now they're in our system with money to start these little. I believe in fifth columnists, and I believe that there's a bunch of them. So the question, and the last thing I do believe that this thing will have to shift. But yeah, is America going to be one giant America, or is it going to be split up into 9 countries? Can't be split up into 9 countries. You know why? Because a lot of these places don't have water. Right? I think the East Coast is fine. After that, it gets a little sketchy. Once you move beyond like Chicago, I mean, it snows in Chicago. Snow is water. Arizona, it gets hot and waterless. California is becoming waterless. I'm even hearing that it rains less and less in Seattle these days. It is what it is. But mind you, California gets its wind and all its stuff coming over the Atlantic, coming over the Pacific. And Chicago gets its weather generally from Canada. It swings down in the Arctic winds. So isn't that the Arctic winds? It dips down and then we get it. But yeah, because we look like this on a map, but we're more like this, I want to say. No, we're more like this. Right. So California is more ass is in the tropics, right? Which is why it's nice and warm. And New York's neck is sort of up by the Arctic, so with Maine. So, but yeah, man, I don't understand these guys. Can you hear them? They started this as soon as it stopped raining. I'm like, how do you cut wet grass? But I get it. Maybe there's a contract thing. Well, you haven't. If you have to do it on like by day 10, and people are like, oh, it's 8 feet of snow. Well, it don't matter. We don't want to violate the contract, so let's go mow the grass under 8 feet of snow. Man, it is what it is. We've been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes. We have not given up playing the guitar. I played guitar yesterday. All right. So I'm thinking about a show with a regular panel, and I'm the host, right? Because that way I don't get to argue with some of these people, and they can kind of tell us what they want to tell us, and we can look up stuff because it's about looking up stuff. Look, you want to show? We're going to take a second to listen to a working man work. Here's the thing: it's a leaf blower. It's not a lawnmower. It's a leaf blower. Lawnmower was in the back, but it's a leaf blower. All the leaves are wet and stuck to shit. So what? Like some of them are moving, but like on the average of if there's 50, 4 or 5 of them will shift and blow away. Let's look up the 30. We're gonna do this 30-day challenge on stream. We gonna get sexy up in here without a lot of sweat and like, oh, we just want. How can I phrase this? I won't say I do man shit. I'm not saying I'm manly, but I do man shit. I'm not interested in doing anything that's not essentially man shit, right? So I'm gonna skate and bike and run. I'm gonna push ups and drink. I'm gonna smoke. I'm gonna chase a cute girl looking well, and more so in my earlier days than now, right? That's where I'm at. I don't want to humor some. Excuse me. I don't want to humor some of the shit that I'm not for, right? And this society tells you should be for everything some unknown person tells you to be for. Some of this stuff hasn't proven itself. Like, I'll tell you an example. People who let their 12-year-old get sex reassignment surgery should be sent to prison. What? You should do that. First of all, and from what people tell me, you're not fully an adult until you're like 23 anyway, right? We make you an official adult at 18. Okay. I think that could be pushed back to 21 once you get out of high school, and have it depend on if you're working. So maybe you're 18 and you go into work or you go into the military. If you're in the military and you're 18, you can't drink, which is bullshit. If you can kill somebody after your military training, how long is basic training? 6 months. After basic training, you should be able to have a whiskey. Yeah, a beer or a daiquiri if you fucking want. Yeah, I mean, we're sending you to this place to protect us behind this great flag, right? If you come back at 19, I'm like, oh my God, sir, let me get you. Oh, I can't drink. I'm under it. What? This whole place doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't. It really fucking doesn't. Meanwhile, all the people they want you to admire are the Hollywood teenagers who, quite frankly, don't do shit for anybody but themselves. They didn't get rich and famous for you. And now they're going to come out and tell you who to vote for. You better watch your ass and keep your head clear, right? You should hold them accountable. If they tell you to do something that works out badly, you should hold them accountable. See how fast that works out for you. And we know how that works out because people have said stuff like that Firefly Festival, that Fire Festival. Don't hold anybody accountable. You're a regular dude. They'll throw your ass in the bottom of a prison, all right? So get your anger up about the bullshit, but hold your fire, homie. That Fire Festival, all those supermodels going, Fire Festival, yeah, oh. And then they found out it was a scam. They're like, yeah, well, we've just hired. We don't know what you're talking about. We just hired the promote. We're not part of this. And we're okay. And then they get a pass because they're all the lawyers who keep them solvent in hundreds of millions of dollars. At some of these super lucrative spots should be a one and done. You shouldn't get to be a drug addict and then keep moving, get to be a woman abuser and then keep it moving. It's because and why? Lawyers. I mean, the whole place really needs an overhaul. Should an animal be considered a person or a thing? The question is driving a legal battle over the definition of personhood. All right. I love animals. I had a dog for 16 years. I loved her. May get another one, not getting a dog. Just stop saying you're going to get another dog. But dogs aren't people, but they're also not things. They're sentient living souls, and you should treat them as such. I wouldn't call my dog a person. I think that's ridiculous. But I also wouldn't call her a thing. This is a thing. This is a thing. My harmonica is a thing. My dog is not a thing. Solved it. There you go. How much money are these lawyers going to make over that? That's a common sense solution that they're going to be in this for 10 years. And then someone's going to appeal it 5 years after that. They're going to be at it for another 10 years, all while billable hours. Man, America is sinking into the mire. Sinking into the friggin' mire. Who's going to save it? Yeah, we're going to get up on our push-up game because I don't like all this. This here, this has to go. Has to go. Ugh, 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 ugh. Yeah, you should get one of these chairs. These chairs are good for stretching your back too. Just kind of keep your feet planted. But don't, if you don't do it, just go, don't, I mean, you have to warm up these muscles that you haven't used for a while. This is why people who haven't had sex for a while, right, who are fairly young, didn't meet some hot cutie, 20 years old. I don't know any woman who has ever died of stressing herself during sex, right? Men do it all the time, I want to say. Your Vice President Rockefeller, 1973, died that way on his on his one of his aides. He was banging one of his aides, of course, because nothing is new under the sun, and people have no morality when they get up. Because the first thing that happens is people go, "You don't have to pay that. You're with us. Or you're a sinner." And before you know it, you're walking around like, I'm a muckety mucking. Oh, that woman, she would love to meet you. You're a senator. And before you know it, all these amiable women are in your face. Now you think all women are the amiable type who want to get down with you. And sometimes you're right. Some women do it at work. They're not all unwilling participants. Some of them are like, look, sex has been used as currency since the dawn of man. So stop acting like you grew up in a nunnery, right? So when I hear this stuff, I'm like, okay, did this happen in a vacuum? Who else in the company knew about it? Not like the boss, but like on that floor, her co-workers, all this stuff. What was the culture there? No one cares about the culture. We're just trying to hang somebody and get these women votes. Yeah, okay. My concern about that is because I know in 2 days, if it fits them, I'll be the target of that. And that's the spooky shit about that, right? That's why I'm like, please, ladies, honestly, ex-cop here, get it on paper. File a fucking report, especially fucking something as dark as rape. You better file a report under Jane Doe. Most places you can do that. So even if it goes nowhere and then you decide to come out later when the dude is running for president or congressional this or Supreme Court that, you can go, this thing happened. And when they go, you're full of shit, yada, yada, you can go, I reported. They can go, oh, okay. Right. Some of the things about the stuff about Kavanaugh didn't make any sense to me, but I've seen other things where women were like, I spoke to my girlfriend, right, about it. And like, I mean, that makes sense to me. Ladies talk to their girlfriends about like you talk to your homie. Right. Yeah, I don't know. But now everything can be used as political fodder. The truth can be dismissed and the lie can be stood up. Elections can be, what's the word I'm looking for? Elections can be mucked with. And we've got all that going on now. On top of that, all the stuff that they did not fix. Like, look, my whole thing, if I was president, the first thing, no, I'm not going to give you free, what is that, college money back there? Because that doesn't affect everybody. That just affects the college people. Right? But I don't care who you are. If you're an American citizen and you have a child who gets cancer, the government should pick that up. Right? $250,000 to keep your 8-year-old alive is vile. It says we're an evil country. That's what that says. So you just kind of go, okay, $25,000. Okay, with the government. Okay, yeah. we're gonna go take this down 30,000. We're gonna drop this down to 30,000. Yeah, well, don't worry. They're not. A lot of these people aren't paying taxes fucking anyway. These corporations. Yeah, we're gonna and plus what you're gonna wipe off 50% gratuity on this. Da 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 da. Yeah, until you fix it with like a law, and then by the time you chop all this shit off, the family should have to pay a lot, right? Because it's cancer. So let's go 13,000. No more than that. You can pay that, and you get 26 years to pay that shit off. Pay it off $500 a year, right? You want Americans alive. You need more Americans in your pool. That's what you want. And these are the children. After that, you got to make sure that everybody gets a good education that can fight it out. Right. I don't mind losing a job to the smartest guy, but not the boss's son. That's just a fucking up. But you expect that. He's the kid. He's the boss's kid. Right. But all this other stuff of I know Larry from high school and we want an all white thing here, nudge wing, and you corrupt it like police departments are just all boys club. Some of them have racist groups within and no one's gonna look at it because they don't fuck with you. They only fuck with people that you don't care about. But you want my vote. Don't you care about me? Better get your mind right. Right? And it's not just us. And I told my white friends, they got good at this by trying it on us before they exported it to you. You shouldn't be for any of the bad shit. Rating pension plans. I mean, none of it makes any sense. You should make it easy to go to college. I believe that, yeah, if you can't get anything done with a high school diploma, then America should move toward free college. Everybody getting free 2-year college, okay, that's a start. But you want people to get a free 4-year college, right? If you want anything more than that, then pay for it. So, okay, I want to be a lawyer now. That extra 3 years will cost you about as much as a regular college. So each $25,000 a year to be a lawyer. After that, fine, okay. Doctors, same thing, but the minimum, especially all these state schools and these, the whole thing should work. The education system should work, right? And then, I mean, by that I mean people aren't being taught how to study, how to get information, right? A lot of these teachers, I had shitty teachers growing up, don't like the job and don't like the kids, but they need to keep the lights on. America is being outpaced by our enemies because of all this nepotism, rigged system nonsense. And when it gets bad, they're going to be like, we're all Americans, go fight that war. I'm going to be right here in one of my 6 fucking giant millionaire homes collecting all this money from the state treasury. Don't look at what I'm doing. Go over there and fight these wars. And people are going to more and more like, nope. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. Because, yeah, I don't know how they're going to keep it up or retain it. This guy, man, I feel you, dude, but now you're coming back. You know what's going to happen? He's going to leave. Someone else is going to come through with a riding mower. It's wet, though. Everything is fucking wet. There's giant puddles outside. What are you... That has got to mess with your ears, right? That has got to mess with your ears. Whew. All right, so we're looking at two regiments. Let's just call them, just to get our whole system back, and that's gonna be a push-up regiment. I'm gonna start running again since I'm not doing 7 a.m. shows. I'm gonna start running again. Likely closer to 4 in the afternoon. So I'm not exhausted by the time this happens. But yeah, we're still going to keep playing guitar. We'll pick it up occasionally like this. We might sign up for someone's YouTube guitar tutorial. But It stopped. And it started again. Nothing annoys me like it goes on and on forever. It's just kind of like the riding lawnmower kicks up all this stuff into the air, so you have to close all the windows. But that is just, and it's coming back. Try and be better. Yep. But let's be clear. Here's, oh, I thought it was thunder. It's jets. Every now and then you think it's thunder, but it's like jets flying over, which is awesome. Woo-wee. It's just, and it gets far away, and then it just goes from far away. And I know he's moving, but it doesn't sound like it's moving. And then all of a sudden it goes, and then it'll get closer to you. It's very weird. It's not like a Doppler effect at all. It's just, it's not going like, it's just, and then all of a sudden it sort of will drop out of your hearing range, and then you're fine. But you know he's out there somewhere doing it. Ugh. And this is my hearing range. He's right about here. He really is killing me. And it's a nice August day. Because like I said earlier, it's 72 degrees. Do we want to tune this? It's 72 degrees. And a nice stiff wind. What's the wind barometer?
No, it doesn't seem very windy right now. Only about 10 miles per hour.
10 miles an hour. Nice. Wind speed. There's a little black spot on the sun today. Come on. Good Lord. What is up with this one? Yeah. What in the ever-loving? All right. I think he's gone. I say that, and he starts right up again. I love this because what you play, it tells you what you're playing. A, B, C sharp, F, F sharp, A, B, G, D, E flat, F sharp, G sharp, B. Let's test it. Here we go. Let's go down to G. G. Why does that say A? Well, F, A. Oops, sorry. Doesn't do it fast though. Maybe just don't know what I'm doing because I'm messy. Yeah, it's not doing all of them. It takes it a while to catch it. It's super slow. So, ugh. I'm all over the place. It's horrible. Let's cut this off. It was horrible. Why would they be doing this in the? Well, it's not raining, and you got to do stuff to get. But man. Do it. That man, the most obvious of maybe there's another C chord I could like shimmy up here. What am I? CEC, right? CEC is my C major chord. So I need to find other CECs. Oh, all right. So, excuse me. We have been streaming for an hour. And 40 minutes or so. It's me. I'm just not doing it right. There's got to be another. Oh, that wind is nice. All right, hold on. Let's go. It's not hitting it right. Get an obsession, man. It can't just be about hating other people, right? And I mean, I know this is a international world and all that, and I generally do a lot of talking about black life and black lives and black folk, spiritual justice, right? My whole thing is what's the word I'm looking for? I would like not to be the problem, and I would encourage other people to not be the problem. And but I also believe that there's strength in numbers, and I would encourage people who don't want to be the problem to stand together because everyone else stands together against you. The first cut is the deepest. Ugh. Which version? The Sheryl Crow version or the Rod Stewart version? I don't really have a preference. They're both really good. I love when someone covers something and it's just as good as the original. I've heard horrible covers of stuff. Alien Ant Farm has a cover of uh, Annie, Are You Okay by Michael Jackson. That is an interesting take. Whatever happened to that band? Didn't they have a crash and all end up non-musical? Or I think some people passed away. Oh, it was dark. Alien Ant, good lord, 2, 4. How many people were in this band? 4. Okay, that makes sense. Are they still a band? 1996 to present. They're on DreamWorks, EMG. Okay, so who was I thinking about? Early 96 to 2000s, Anthology 2001 to 2002. True Ant. Oh, I get it. Wordplay. Good lord, these people. Let's go. Let's do it. I love a pun. Let's see if they're any good at it. Puns are a sign of intelligence. So keep that in mind. Anthology. Truant. I get it. Truant. All right. 30 Draft Up in the Attic. The band had unofficially broken up. So who am I thinking about? Had a so he was in the band, then he was out of band, then he was back in the band, now he's out of the band. He was in the band, now he's in the band. He was in the band, then he was out of the band, then he's back in the band, and he's still in the band. But Joe Hill was in the band for a little bit, 2005, 6, 7, then he's out of the band. And the lead singer is always the lead singer. The lead singer also played rhythm guitar for a little bit. All right, well, I feel you. Look, once you start a band, it's really this lead singer's band. You may all get famous together, but it's really the lead singer's band. And here's the thing. The Beatles had 2 lead singers, right? Really nice. Really nice. Really nice. Got along well, not tight for it, right? How big was the Eagles? I think the Eagles, well, I'm about to say Don Lemon. Don McLean. Who's that guy? Who made Smuggler's Blues? He wasn't. Eagles. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm sorry. We were looking up the Eagles band, right? Eagles band. Who's in this band? Glenn Fry, Don Henley, Joe Walsh, Don Felder, right? So apparently Don Henley and Glenn Fry didn't get along. Broke up, got back together, broke up again, got back together. How many people do you need in your rock and roll band? The Eagles had 5. The Beatles had 4. The original layout for a rock and roll band was 3, right? It was Buddy Holly's Crickets. Buddy Holly's band formation. Back in January 1957. Released in May 57. Peaked at number 3 on the Billboard. I mean, they were destined to be great. Wait, what? 1957 to 2016. Wait, wait a minute. Hold on. 1957. Hold on, wait a minute. That can't be right. 2016. So he was gone and they got somebody else? The Crickets in 1962. Some distracted referred to the band as Buddy Holly and the Crickets, but record label never used the wording until after Holly's death. The Crickets released the Crickets and Their Buddies in 2004. Yeah, I guess you got to keep it moving. You're a band, right? You don't stop because the guy died. Band members. Look at all the band members. Jerry Allison, 57 to 2016, the original drummer. Lead vocals, 57 through 58, died in 59. Joby Malden, 57 through 60, 72. He left the band for 16 years, 76 to 2015, his death. Guitar, 57 through 8, died in 2004. So he left the band after Buddy Holly died. Sonny, 58 to 60, 62 to 85. Wow, that's like 20 years. 90, then again 94 to an additional 12 years. Then he was the lead vocals from 62 to 85. Who put this together? He was the lead vocals from 62 to 85 and 94 to 2016. Earl Sinks. What songs have they made? Wow, that's amazing. Okay, I learned something. I thought this band ended when he ended, but I guess it ended with all the band members died. These are the original 3. Jerry Allison, Buddy Holly, and Joby Malden. Was an American bass player, songwriter, and audio engineer who best known for the basis for the early rock and roll group, the Crickets. Malden initially played a double sander bass, then switched to a Fender Precision bass. American musician best known as a drummer for the Crickets and co-writer of the hit That'll Be the Day and Peggy Sue, recorded with Buddy Holly. Oh, here we go. Charles Hardin Holloway, known professionally as Buddy Holly, was an American singer-songwriter who was central and pioneering figure of the mid-1950s rock and roll. He was born in Lubbock, Texas, to a musical family during which the Great Depression. He learned to play guitar and sing alongside his siblings. Good job. Yeah, so he was the man for like 2 years, 57, 58, right? He died in 59. What a splash. All right, but man, so the band no longer exists. Studio album. On February 6, 2016, the Crickets and Buddy Holly performed in the Crickets and Buddies. Buddy Holly, I get the Crickets and Buddy performed in Clear Lake, Iowa at the Surf Bar from the side of Holly's last performance. Members of the previous lineup appeared, including Sonny Curtis, Glendy Hart, and Albert. After the show, Oscar announced that it was the group's final performance. Yeah. Yeah. Buddy Holly. Let's look him up, baby. He was consequential. Well, musical family makes sense. Known professionally as Buddy Holly was an American singer-songwriter from the musical family and learned to play guitar and sing alongside his siblings. His style was influenced by gospel music, country music, and rhythm and blues, again, which performed in Lubbock with his friends from high school. He made his first appearance on local television in 1952. The following year, he formed the group Buddy Holly and Bob with his friend Bob Montgomery in 1955. After opening for Elvis, he decided to pursue Korean music. He opened for Presley 3 times that year. His band style shifted from country western to entirely rock and roll. In October of that year, when he opened for Billy Haley and the Comets, he was spotted by Nashville scout Eddie Cantrell, who helped him get a contract with Decca Records, the famous Decca Records. Holly recording sessions at Decca were produced by Owen Bradley, who had become famous for producing orchestrated country hits for stars like Patsy Cline. Oh, I love Patsy Cline. I Fall to Pieces. Unhappy with the Bradley's musical style and control and still, Holly went to producer Norman Petty in Clovis, New Mexico, and recorded a demo. That'll be the day. Among other songs, Petty became the band's member. Among other songs, Petty became the band's manager and sent the demo to Brunswick Record, which released it as a single, credited to the Crickets, which became the name of Holly's band. In September 1957, as a band, the Beatles, the Crickets, get it? First it was the Crickets, then it was the Beatles. I mean, come on. Which released in single Ba 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 Ba, which became the name of Holly's band. In September 1957, as the band toured, Daddy With the Day topped the US and UK singles chart. Its success was followed in October by another major hit, Peggy Sue. The album, The Chirping Crickets, released November 57, reached number 5 on the UK album charts. Holly made his second appearance on The Ed Sullivan Show in January 58. Soon after, toured Australia and then the UK. In 1959, he assembled a new band consisting of future country music star Waylon Jennings, famed, famed session musician Tommy Alsop, guitar, and Carl Bunch, drummer, embarked on a tour of the Midwest after showing the Clear Lake, Iowa. He chartered an airplane to travel to his next show, Moorhead, Minnesota. Soon after takeoff, the plane crashed, killing Buddy Holly, Richie Valens, and the Big Bopper. And pilot Roger Peterson, in a tragedy later referred to by Don McLean as the day the music died in his song American Pie. During his short career, Holly wrote and recorded many songs. He's often regarded as the artist who defined the traditional rock and roll lineup: 2 guitars, a bass, and a drum. He was a major influence on later popular music. Bob Dylan, the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, Eric Clapton, the Hollies, who named themselves in his honor. Nice. Elvis Costello, who is awesome. Marshall Crenshaw, I don't know who that is. Hold it, who the Hollies? The Hollies were the British pop group from the 1960s. 1960s are known for their distinctive 3-part vocal harmony. Okay. If they were known for a song that was said so early. Later, Marshall Crenshaw, who later played Holly. Okay. And Elton John, who were among the first artists inducted in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 1906. Rolling Stone magazine ranked them number 13 in the list of 100 greatest artists. Yeah, the Crickets. Ray Charles. Monument at crash site in 2003. Signpost near Clear Lake crash site. Let's look at some of these. Peggy Sue, Buddy, Holly, Richie Valens, Big Bopper, 2359. This is decent. Oh, there you go. Richie Valens, Buddy Holly, J.P. Richardson, Big Bopper. In memory of rock and roll legends, pilot Roger Peterson. He gets a mention. The above legends played their last concert at the Surf Ballroom, Clear Lake, Iowa on February 2nd, 1959. Their earthly life tragically ended in a plane crash 5.2 miles northwest of the Mason City Airport, February 3rd, 1957. Their music lives on. Donated by Darrell R. Hine and family. Manager Surf Ballroom. All right. In loving memory of our own Buddy Holly. Spelled his last name wrong. It's Lly. September 7, 1936, February 3, 1957. What was that? He was 22, 23, 36, 46, 56. Yeah, he was 23. Wow, that's young. Buddy Holly Center. I don't even know what that means. All right, there we go. Yeah. Crashed into a cornfield in the snow. Same, well, Aaliyah's plane was overloaded, they say. And yeah. Dozens of unfinished songs, solo transcripts of his new composition, informal jam session with bandmates or tapes demonstrating songs intended for other artists. The most recent recording made in Holly's apartment in 1958 were his last six original songs. In June 1959, Carl Records overdubbed two of them with backing vocals by Ray Charles singers and the studio musician in an attempt to simulate the established record sound. The finished tracks became the first posthumous Holly single, Peggy Sue Got Married, Crying, Waiting, Hopping. Yeah. Influence. John Lennon and Paul McCartney say Holly saw Holly for the first time when he appeared on Saturday night at the London Palladium. The two had recently met and begun their musical association. They studied Holly's records, learned his performance style and lyrics, and based their act around his persona. Inspired by Holly's insect-themed crickets, they chose their band name, The Beatles. Lenny and McCartney later cited Holly as one of their main influences. Oh, I'm not even showing it to you. Good Lord. Why is that not on screen? Sorry about that. Yeah, John Lennon. I mean, come on. You influenced one of the greatest. I wouldn't call the Beatles a rock band. I would call them a pop band. But when they started, they were a rock band, right? But Yesterday, is that rock? Ooh, man, is that song beautiful. Here Comes the Sun, is that rock? I mean, they grew nicely with their music. But yeah, the Beatles, the Crickets. Lennon's bandmate, the Quarrymen, covered That'll Be the Day in their first recording session in 1958. During the break in the Beatles' first appearance on the Ed Sullivan Show, February 9, 1964, Lennon asked CBS coordinator Vince Calandra about Holly's performance. Calandra said Lennon and McCartney repeatedly expressed their appreciation of Holly. The Beatles recorded a close cover of Holly's version of Words of Love, which was released on their 1964 album, Beatles for Sale. In the U.S. in June 1965, Beatles 4, during the January 1969 recording session of their album Let It Be, the Beatles played a slow, impromptu version of Mailman, Bring Me No More Blues, which Holly popularized but did not write, with Lennon mimicking Holly's vocal style. Lennon recorded a cover version of Peggy Sue on his 1975 album Rock and Roll. McCartney owns the publishing rights to Holly's song catalog. On January 31, 1959, 2 nights before Holly's death, 70-year-old Bob Dylan attended Holly's performance in Duluth. Dylan referred to this in his acceptance speech when he received the Grammy Award for Album of the Year for Time Out of Mind in 1998. When I was 16 or 17 years old, I went to see Buddy Holly play at Duluth National Guard Armory. And I was 3 feet away from him, and he looked at me. And I just had some sort of feeling that he was with us all the time. We were making this record in some kind of way. I'm telling you, man, the energy of people you admire that you get to see. I got to see Rakim. Y'all may not know who Rakim is. I want to say 10 years ago, after idolizing him forever. And the stage was about as big as my table, and he was standing on it, and I was about this far from him. And I felt like, I can't even tell you. I just amazing. And that's one of my favorite rappers, still is to this day, right? I was super close to him. And I worked for HBO. I met a lot of famous people. I was just kind of like, man. But he was different. It's usually with musicians. There's an energy with musicians that's very, very different. And he's being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. He's telling you about how he saw Buddy Holly at 17, right? Amazing. I was 3 feet away from him, and he looked at me, and I just had some sort of feeling that he was with us all the time, making this record in some kind of way. Mick Jagger saw Holly perform in Woolwich, London during the tour of England. I particularly remember Holly's performance of Not Fade Away, a song that also inspired Keith Richards, who modeled his early guitar playing on the track. The Rolling Stones had a hit version of the song in 1964. Richard later said Holly passed it on via the Beatles and via the Rolling Stones. He's in everybody. Yeah. Come on, people. I mean, I don't know. I think you get something out of musicians. I don't think you get the same out of actors. Music touches you in a way. Like I said, you'll have far more songs that you love that you've forgotten. Excuse me, the movies that you remember, right? We have been streaming for 2 hours and about 7 minutes. Um, we're going to leave it here. We're going to slide out on this. It's a little after 8, your Wednesday. Go get something to eat. Go talk to your fam. Go hang. Like and subscribe, people. Like and subscribe. It's how you show a little love and appreciation. And maybe the algorithm will boost me or something. I don't know. But like I said, the show's changing. It's going to shift. Come this Saturday. This Saturday will be the last show, which is good because I'm telling you, I'm running out of shit to do. Like I'm not good enough to keep your attention with my lousy guitar playing because I'm still learning it. But we'll do other stuff. It's always going to be social stuff, people stuff, gather together stuff. Even though this is not, excuse me, apparently something is going on. Everybody always crashes in the rain. That was 2 of them, and they sound like they were going to stop, and then they didn't. So yeah, remember, you're a consequential individual. You should be doing some cool and interesting stuff. And if you are doing cool and interesting stuff, do more of it. Let us see some of it. We're fans. Show's shifting. The world is shifting. Ooh. Sunset is at 8:07? It's 8:07 now. What time is sunset?
Sunset tomorrow will be at 8:06 p.m.
What time is sunset today?
Sunset was at 8:07 p.m. today.
It was at 8:07 and it's 8:07 now. All right. So we've been tracking sunsets back when it was 8:12 and then 8:11 and then 8:10. Slowly but surely, this year will wither on the vine and pass into history. But there will be another one willing, ready to take its place, and will grow with you for another great grand year. What can be burning down? It's raining. I think it's a car accident. Here's the thing about sirens. When they're close to you, you don't know where they're coming from. You hear them, but you can't really peg. You need to see lights and shit because the sound is made to travel, and you can really get caught in the nexus of where is that coming from. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, men's and women's, children of all ages, cats and dogs, birds and bees. We're going to be back here tomorrow, 7 a.m. Come and get some. Like and subscribe, Karma Armor on Twitch, and True S Armor on YouTube. Spellings are different, so I got love for you, even I don't know you. We're going to do this instrument thing. I made that steak yesterday I've been complaining about. It was awesome. Smothered it in onions. Yep. Had it with a little ketchup and a little A1 because I'm that guy. Dipping a little ketchup. Sometimes dipping a little A1. You know, I don't like to mix it, but it's just weird. So remember, cook it the way you like it and then enjoy it. It doesn't have to be like you see it on TV, just as long as you cook. Cooking is a skill, people. You cook for the people that you love. Learn music. Music is a skill. Play music for the people that you love. Just like Buddy Holly, he came from a musical family. Come on, wouldn't you love to be a musical family? It's your world, though. It's not your world. It's your life, and you can do great things with your homies. Remember that. But don't get to have the wool pulled over your eyes by con men who want you to stay stagnant and use your votes to pass themselves up the ladder, right? And then pull up the ladder after they get up there. I have got love for you. I excuse me. Wow. Going to return that call. And then I'm gonna do some stuff. Let's see. Maybe it's gaming. See if my man Panic is up for gaming that we can stream on Twitch. And I'll put a notification for all parties to come and get some and watch me get murked off by 12-year-olds online, which has been happening to me since I've been about 20. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, men and women, you and us, we can do this thing. Just takes a little determination, and I'm absolutely determined. So hopefully I can have you be determined with me, and we can march on together, right? Tribal rules apply, baby, baby. I will see you tomorrow. What is up with the... Do we want to hit a light? The amount of times that the pixelation goes on this stream is really beginning to just make me crazy. All right, I got love for you. Don't let technology stand in the way of your good time. Don't let fear stand in the way of doing it. Don't let being a little out of shape stand in the way of doing it. Don't let a little I don't know what I'm doing stand in the way of doing it. You don't know what you're doing today, but you'll know tomorrow. The worst you've ever been at anything is the first day you tried it. Remember that. I froze here. I'm wondering if this thing is still going. There we go. We're about to end the stream anyway. I'll see. I guess the camera reset. Oh boy. I wonder if before I end it, I'm going to check these streams to see if we're still streaming. Because this happened to me before. This says that we're still streaming. And does this say that we're still streaming? Okay. I froze there. All right. So yeah, that's still streaming. We can put the and I'm assuming this is still the bomb. Yep, it's still the bomb. All right. Okay. So since I still have you guys here, why don't we just end the stream? Because this thing is struggling mightily. I don't even know what the problem is. I got love for you, even though I don't know you. You can. I believe you can. But you got to look at this image. But you have to believe you can. And I believe that you can. So there's that. All right. So we gonna end this stream. It's been 2 hours and 15 minutes, and the stream is beginning to be, a mean freaking girlfriend right now. We'll see what happens. Okay, everyone, take care of yourself. 7 a.m. tomorrow. We'd like to see you then. If you can't make it then, show up here. Same bad time, same true channel. Ooh, excuse me. Tomorrow, 6 p.m. Remember, well, tomorrow's Thursday. So Friday and Saturday will be the last 2 days. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Yeah. So tomorrow will be our 48th engagement. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Growth is good. Growth is good. All right. I will see you guys in the next one. Take care of yourself. If you don't, who will? You need allies. Find friends. You need hobbies and skills. They relax the mind and the soul as you fight it out in this rough world. And all those things are handy. I'll see you next time. Let's put this down. Mwah. Peace, everyone.